There's something different about working nights. After midnight, the world feels thinner, like the space between here and somewhere else starts to stretch and tear a little. You start hearing things that sound too familiar, voices that know your name but shouldn't. Tonight's story is about a man who worked alone, the kind of job where silence becomes your only company. But one night, that silence talked back. Turn the lights down and listen close, because sometimes the person trying to warn you is you. I've been working the night shift at the Chevron off Highway 165 for 2 years now. 2 years of empty nights and half-dead mornings, just me and the machines that never stop humming. If you've never worked the graveyard shift, it's hard to explain the way silence sounds out here. It's not the clean kind of silence you get in the woods. It's the kind that feels heavy, like the air itself is holding its breath. By midnight, traffic dies completely. The swamp gets louder than the highway, frogs croaking, something rustling in the brush just past the floodlights. Out here, even the bugs sound restless. Inside, it's all neon and hum. The buzz from the coolers, the coffee pot wheezing out its last bit of life, the ice machine thumping every 5 minutes, like a heartbeat that's off rhythm. I try to keep busy, stocking shelves, mopping, counting change. The truth is, it's lonely work. You start talking to yourself after a while, and the bad part is, you start answering back. The landline on the counter's been here longer than I have. Beige plastic, the cord curled up like a sleeping snake. We don't even list the number anywhere. Dillard, the owner, says it's just for emergencies, but the damn thing still rings sometimes, even though I've never heard a voice on the other end. That's why I noticed it so fast last Thursday night. The little red light on the phone, blinking. It wasn't fast, like a warning. It was slow, measured, one pulse every few seconds, steady as breathing. I figured maybe Dillard left a message, or one of the day shift girls forgot to delete something. But something about that slow blink, something about how deliberate it looked, made my stomach twist. I hesitated, watched it blink a few more times, the reflection painting a dull red on the countertop. Then I sighed and picked up the receiver. One new voicemail. Static crackled through the earpiece, soft at first, then came breathing, faint but close. It was steady and low, the kind of breathing someone makes when they're hiding. Then a whisper, sharp enough to freeze me mid-motion. "Don't come in tomorrow." And just like that, it cut off. No caller ID, no timestamp, just those 4 words. At first, I thought maybe it was a prank, some local idiot trying to get a rise out of me. But the thing that stuck in my head wasn't the message, it was the voice, because it didn't sound like me. I think it was me. I didn't sleep after that shift. I told myself it was just some weird prank, but the sound of my own voice whispering, those words wouldn't leave my head. "Don't come in tomorrow." It looped every time I closed my eyes. By morning, I'd convinced myself it was nothing. Maybe I was just tired. The speakers in that old phone are so bad, half the time everyone just sounds like they're underwater. But when I walked in that next night, I swear the air felt wrong. Heavier, the same way it feels before a thunderstorm. The phone was quiet this time. No blinking light, no calls. Still, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. Every little noise made me jump. The cooler compressor clicking on, the wind rattling the glass, the hum of a truck passing miles down the road. I kept replaying that voice in my head, trying to pick apart every breath, every tone, to prove it wasn't me. But it was. It was my voice, down to the rasp, down to the tired drag in the words. Around 2:45 a.m., the red light started blinking again, slow and steady. I felt my pulse match its rhythm. I didn't want to touch it. I really didn't. But my hands moved on their own, like something deep down wanted me to hear that voice again. The message started the same way, soft static, faint breathing. Then came my voice, closer this time, like I was standing right behind myself.
You didn't listen. You shouldn't have come in.
Then a sound I couldn't mistake. The creak of the front door opening. The exact sound that door makes when someone walks in after midnight. I looked up instantly. The door was closed, locked, no one there. But the phone was still pressed to my ear, and I could hear the sound of shoes moving across the floor, echoing through the line. Slow, deliberate steps coming closer, matching the rhythm of my own breath. I froze. The last thing I heard before the line went dead was that same voice again. Quieter, closer.
You don't get to leave early tonight.
I dropped the receiver, and it swung back and forth, tapping against the counter. The red light stopped blinking. The store was silent again, except for that damn tapping, steady and slow. That's when I realized something else. The footsteps hadn't stopped. The footsteps were soft, measured, like someone didn't want to be heard but wasn't exactly trying to hide either. They came from somewhere deep in the aisles, behind the coolers. I told myself it was an animal, a raccoon maybe, that got in through the storage door. But animals don't sound like that. Animals scurry. They don't walk. I grabbed the flashlight we keep under the counter and started toward the back. The air felt thick, almost damp, like the fog outside had found a way in. The light flickered a little as I moved. The battery was half dead.
Hello.
My voice didn't sound like mine anymore. It came out thinner, quieter. Something shifted just around the corner. I caught a flash of movement between the shelves. Too tall to be anything small. Then everything went still. That's when I noticed the phone again. It was off the hook. Not hanging from the counter anymore, but lying on the tile near my feet. The cord stretched tight like something had pulled it down. And through the receiver, I could still hear breathing. Not mine though. Deeper, rougher. Right there in my ear, even though the phone was on the ground. The flashlight dimmed, the shadows stretched, and I started backing away. My foot brushed something, the plastic, wet floor sign, and the sound echoed through the whole damn store. The breathing stopped. Then the voicemail tone chimed again. One new message. I swear to God I didn't touch it. The message just started playing on its own.
You shouldn't have come in. Now you can't leave.
Then, beneath the voice, another sound, faint but clear, the scrape of fingernails against glass. I turned toward the front window, and my heart dropped. There, pressed against the fogged glass of the door, was a face. My face. Paler, eyes open too wide, mouth moving like it was whispering, but I couldn't hear a word through the glass. I stumbled back and hit the counter hard enough to knock over the coffee pot. The smell of burnt grounds filled the air. When I looked back, the face was gone. Only a faint handprint was left on the glass. The lights flickered once, twice, then everything went black. In the dark, the phone started ringing. Not the landline, my cell. When I lifted it to my ear, the voicemail playback started instantly. My own voice, whispering like before.
Don't come in tomorrow. It's already here.
Then static. The power came back a few minutes later. Everything looked the same, like nothing had happened. The handprint was gone, the fog already thinning outside. I finished my shift in silence. Didn't tell Dillard a dang thing. But tonight, my phone's blinking again. One new voicemail. Same number, same voice. And this time, it just says one word.
Run!
It's strange how a voice can sound like yours, but not belong to you. Maybe it was just a glitch, some crossed signal out in the dark. Maybe it was something worse. They say recordings can hold more than sound, that sometimes they trap pieces of us, the echoes that shouldn't come back. So if you ever hear your own voice calling from the other side of the line, don't answer. Some warnings aren't meant for saving you. They're just letting you know it's already too late.